Hey everybody, Tricky here, coming to you live from my dining table, which is very exciting. This week, I am going to be talking to you about converting prospects. Now, I know that to a lot of people, that's going to sound a little bit like it's about sales. Sales is a part of it, but converting a prospect takes many forms. And a lot of the time, it's actually not helpful to think about it just in terms of sales, because unless you're one of those aggressive, cliche, pork pie hat, thin mustache kind of car salesman types, sales is not really exactly what you're doing. We will circle back to that. In the meantime, the first thing I want to talk about is the three different types of prospect you might be. That's going to be why I keep looking down here. So the first kind of prospect you might be converting is somebody who has the symptoms of a problem in their world, but they do not know what that problem is. Okay, so they don't know what it is. Maybe it's a business problem. They're not getting as many leads as they would like, but they don't know. They feel like they're doing everything right. So they don't yet know what the problem is, so they don't have a solution for it. You provide that solution, but the way you approach that kind of prospect would be very different to how you approach anybody else. The second is somebody who knows there's a problem, knows what the problem is, but does not know what the solution is. So you provide that solution. It's a slightly different barrier you've got to jump over there. You need to convince them that your solution is right for them. The third kind of prospect knows what the problem is, knows what the solution is. They are shopping around for a solution, and it's up to you to build up that like, no, trust factor and convince them that your solution is the best. Because once again, I'm taking a giant leap here, and I'm assuming that your business is the best solution for your target market. Okay. There are other factors as well that will affect the kind of conversion that you end up going for. And that's things like the type of business you have, the cost of your product. If it's a low cost product, low cost, high volume, that's very different from a high cost product. But some of the ways you might go is you find your prospects, whether you're doing it through Google ads, SEO, Facebook ads, whatever, you're finding your prospects. They are interacting with your business in some way. And the process of conversion isn't always about making them a customer there and then. It's about inviting them into your world. Maybe you do that by making them a customer, because you can go straight from that cold, I don't know what's going on, to them paying you. Or maybe it's a slightly longer process because you've got to take time to get them used to the solution you're selling, build up that like, no, trust factor. So you might have a free PDF opt-in in return for their email address. Then over the course of a series of emails, that's when you build up that like, no, trust factor. Or you might have a low barrier opt-in. So they pay just a few dollars, but it's only your most simple and straightforward service that they're getting in return for that. And then there's a ladder up to bigger and more complicated services. There's a couple of ways you can do that. There's a couple of, it's the same with the free opt-in and the low barrier opt-in. There's two ways that people tend to do it. You can either use that initial sale or that initial jump as a way to solve a specific problem for them, but not solve all their problems. Or you can give them a template to something that solves all of their problems. But it's just a template, and when they come to fill in the blanks, they find they need to come back to you to fill in the blanks. Or if you've got maybe a slightly lower priced main product, you can take them straight to a sales call. That's particularly good if people already know what their problem is and already know roughly what kind of solution they might need. You get them into a sales call. So straight from, say, a Facebook ad to a sales call, really good example of that. I know a lot of fitness professionals do it that way. That's great. Regardless, however, whatever you're choosing to do there, stick them on your mailing list and email them on a regular basis. Yes, I know you're probably sick of me saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to have it engraved on my tombstone. Stick them on your mailing list. Keep emailing them. All right. So now this is the most important thing to remember. And this is why a lot of people struggle with sales, because they forget this. The thing that you are selling is providing your customer a solution to their pain point. So when you go to them, you are going to them with good news. Hey, I have your solution. It's not about trying to convince them that they want or need this thing. They already know they want or need it. It's about convincing them that they like and know and trust you enough to provide that solution. Like I said, that is why for some people you go straight to a sales call. For other people, free PDF, relationship built up over time. So it's never, ever about selling. So some examples then of ways you might convert people is a free PDF going straight to a mailing list. You might put them in your Facebook group. Word of warning here, again, you will have heard me say it before. I'm going to say it again. You do not own a Facebook group. Mark Zuckerberg owns it. You can get people into your Facebook group, and then tomorrow there's an algorithm change and you just can't reach them anymore. That's just how it is, guys, and nothing you can do about it. Or you can take them straight to that sales call. But however you do it, just remember, you are the guy providing the solution. You are good news in their life, and that is how you approach it. All right, that's going to be everything from me today, guys. It's been emotional. I'll see you next time.